Hi guys. I'm just returning from Howard University's homecoming in Washington, D.C., where I went to school. So I've, just saw, a bevy of friends, and this story that I'm about to recollect really is like it happened yesterday. So, it was the decade of psychotropic drugs. Mescaline, psilocybin, magic mushrooms, acid, etc., etc., etc. It was the norm, not the exception. I happened on campus as a fresh-faced 17-year-old from Ohio. So, Washington, D.C. was about as sophisticated a city as, I was going to get to. And I made it happen. So, if you know anything about D.C. and if you know anything about Howard, it was the parties. The parties started at midnight. And I happened to be at one the day before the semester was going to end and classes were over. So I walked in, somebody handed me a cup of something super sweet, and I was just chilling to Stevie Wonder. Back in those days, you could go to a concert and Chaka, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Ohio Players, and Stevie would be on one bill for $20. So, as I sauntered into the kitchen, and I saw this luscious looking cake, and I went for it. So I started eating it, and about 5 minutes later, a voice said, "Stop eating me, you're hurting me, you're hurting me." I looked down, and the cake was talking to me. I was petrified, didn't know what to do. I threw it down, and the cake said, "Don't step on me, don't step on me." All of a sudden, a little troll popped out on my shoulder and said, "Don't worry, I'll guide you through this." So I couldn't move, couldn't cry, couldn't do anything, and there were people in that party partying like it was 1999. It was just like, okay. So as I was headed for my nervous breakdown, in he walked. He was the guy that I had had a crush on all semester. He looked at me and he knew. He said, "You're tripping." So all of a sudden, my whole world changed. The kitchen became the bow of a pirate ship. Brooms turned into swords. Dust rags turned into head rags. We went from room to room to room. Each story had its own twisted plot, and we escaped, and I actually languished in his devil-may-care attitude. I'm sure this went on for hours, but it all stopped at the break of dawn. The hallucinations stopped. The trolls went away. He deposited me at my dorm and kissed me where my heart actually got caught in my throat, and he left. 2 hours later, my parents were like, "Bam, bam, bam! Get up! We're leaving!" carting me back to my summer in Ohio. Came back in the fall and saw him, but we didn't really reconnect. He went his way, I went my way. Fast forward several years, we found each other again at a very posh party, again in the kitchen. I looked up, I'm sure I blushed, and he looked at me and he winked and he said, "Hey mate, I remember." So, I recently found out that he is no longer on the planet. And what I want to say to you is this. Hey mates, What are these encounters going to be like when we get off the planet, eh?